Good morning. Welcome to Coffee Talk. I'm Mark Bradberry. Glad you could be here this morning. Why don't you grab a cup and join me today? Hey, here we are in the summertime, right? And a couple of days ago, I got out and decided to do that task that every homeowner has to do, right? I had to cut the grass. So did that, and my front yard looks really great. It's lush. The grass is smooth and even. It just looks wonderful. The backyard, well, it doesn't look so nice. I've got a lot of weeds. Now, to be fair, I've only been in this house really, this is my second summer. So it was completely taken over by weeds. So I've done a lot of work, but it's a real challenge. But I've got clover, I've got dandelions, I've got crabgrass, I've got nutgrass, I've got grasses from places I have no idea, the Twilight Zone perhaps. In other words, weeds, and they've taken over, and it's a tough job to kill them, and it's a tough job to replace them. They take over. Did you know that you could also get weeds in your heart? You could get weeds in your mind, in your soul. That's right, you can. There's nothing worse than a heart that has been taken over by negativity. Yeah, negativity. Just that process of thinking the bad things, thinking the worst that could happen, seeing where things can go astray. We all live in a world that has that. A lot of people have that in their lives. Someone whose focus is consumed by what they don't have rather than displaying gratitude for what they do have. Someone who constantly blames something or someone for all of their problems rather than taking personal responsibility to get out there and be an agent of change in their own life. There's that someone who, who constantly focuses on what they supposedly can't do rather than what they could do. We all know somebody like that. Maybe that's you. Maybe you're the negative one. The problem is, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. The more you tell yourself no, the less able you are to move forward and do. If you convince yourself you can't, you won't. Now, I want to share with you a verse. I've actually shared this a number of times because this really means a lot to me. And I know this whole thing about negativity, it's a problem. Negativity will just take root. It will take over. It will take charge of your life, and it will squeeze out all the good things. So we're out there, seeking it and watering it and nurturing it. And like I said, why grow weeds in your soul? So, look, Paul wrote this to the church at Philippi. And I really like this, and I've shared it a few times, like I said, and I just want to come back to it because there's so many applications here. He said, finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is right, whatever is noble, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, if anything is excellent or admirable or praiseworthy, think about such things. Now, that's my little paraphrase of it. Not quite right, but you get the idea. The thing is, though, that weeds just grow on their own. It's tough enough to stop them in the first place, as you can see. It's something else to spend your good time and your good effort watering the things so that they continue to grow. You don't need more weeds in your life. As a matter of fact, you don't need weeds at all. So let's get rid of them. You need to plant some good things in your garden. So ask yourself these kind of questions. Are you feeling negative maybe about the status of your friendships? Well, reach out in friendship to other people, even if it's not returned. What about, are you maybe feeling unloved and down? Well, why not love others actively, even if it's not reciprocated? Are you weary of fruitless arguments? Well, why not celebrate your commonalities instead as children of God together and recognize that it's okay to disagree? Are you feeling worthless? Maybe remind yourself that you are a unique creation of the God of this universe who loves you individually. Are you afraid of getting sick? Well, What if you don't? What if you're healthy? What if you live to 104? Not a bad thing to think about. Be positive. Be positive. Plant some good ideas in your mind and see what takes root. And if you feel up to it, come over and help me with this yard. Enjoy your coffee.